Today I've got to change my oil. And now you get to see my tall ass try to fit under a car. It's great, no, it's fun. It's like my favorite thing to do. Today we're going to talk about maintenance and being frugal. All right, which one of these sockets is the one that gets this door off? Oh, that's too big. This one. Still too big. 10 millimeters. Japanese cars. They don't use standard measurements, they use metric. Because it's better. Because it's better. Metric is so much better. I hate imperial. No fractions. It's just like a number, you know? It's not like, oh, an 1/8 inch socket. What am I, buying weed? I'm just trying to fix my car. Man, that one's really on there, son of a bitch. Oh, Christ Jesus, there we go. We're gonna start off with maintenance. Maintenance is something that nobody wants to do, but it has to be done. It's necessary. You gotta maintain things or they break. That is the access panel for the oil filter. You gotta take that off in order to get to the oil filter. So now, I'm gonna drain the oil. Let's see if I can show you how awkward this is. Okay, you ready? I don't know if you can see it. There's a plug. I'll try to brighten this up. Right here. That's the oil plug. If I'm remembering this correctly, I think this is a 12 millimeter nut. No, it's bigger than that. Let's try 14. 14's a winner. Nobody wants to maintain. And you need to maintain being an artist as well. Maintaining a page, maintaining a YouTube channel, maintaining a website. There's always something that you have to do to keep people from not just going away. Usually this takes one big pull. I give it just one more big wrench. Oh, there it goes. Long arms. Whew. That is what oil looks like. It's the old stuff. It's not good. Yeah, nobody wants to do maintenance. When you're an artist, maintenance looks like evaluating what you've been doing, making sure that things are on track, making sure your playlists are in order, replying to people, email, none of the fun stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's maintenance. And there's really not a whole lot of difference between the feeling that that does give me and the feeling that changing my oil gives me. I do get a kick out of it. I mean, you know, I feel like I've gotten some work done. I feel like a man, but all I'm doing is preserving the life of my car. But here's the thing, just like my channel, this car is an investment in my life. You know, the fact that I have a car, the fact that I've maintained this car and kept it running, this thing's been around for almost 13 years. She still runs great. And the reason is because I keep up with regular maintenance. That's what makes a channel successful. If you don't maintain your channel, if you don't reply to comments, if you don't collaborate and that sort of thing, if you don't do that, you're not gonna go anywhere. Your car will stop running. Okay, it's starting to drip, which is a signal that it's done draining. It really helps if you drink oil while you're changing your oil. Where was I? Oh, yeah, it's starting to drip, which means that I can put the nut back into the, oh, I just tighten her back down. Alright, I think that's good. I don't think that's going anywhere. Okay, step 2, get this oil filter off. There we go. Woo! Dude, the first time I tried to do this by myself, oh my God. I had no idea what I was doing. This is the part that's messy. The oil filter is full of oil. There it is. There it is. Because the filter is full of oil. So, I've got a brand new filter here. Boom. Oil filter, brand new. Micro guard. Let's put it on. It just needs to be hand tight. Just give it a good, when it won't move anymore, that's it. Call it a day. I'm gonna take both of those up to the store. Because you have to recycle oil. You can't just pour it down the drain. I'm gonna put the panel back on, clean things up a bit, and then I'm gonna put new oil in the car. Everything's designed for smaller people and smaller hands because Japan! Sorry to all my Japanese viewers. Y'all make a fine car. I mean, this engine is rock solid. Do you see how big I am? I'm as big as the engine. Oh, this will be fun. So I know I have viewers from around the world. In the United States, we call this a dipstick. That's what we call that. It checks the level of oil, and you pull it out and you look at it and it tells you how much oil is in the engine. What do you all call that where you're from? Leave me a comment down below. Let me know where you're from and what you call that. Let me know what the term for that is. I'm curious. All right, so make sure you're drinking enough coffee. It's very important that you're drinking enough coffee while you're doing this. There it goes. This is 5 quarts. So we're gonna put about 2/3 of this in, and then we're gonna check it. I gotta go to the gym later today. Speaking of maintenance, gotta go maintenance myself. So I've got about, oh look, they've got, oh man, that's cool. I don't know if this is the same for every bottle, but this bottle has a measurement on the back. Looks like I've used about 3 quarts. Yeah, let's check it. Check it out. We're between low and high. So I'm gonna give it another 1/2 quart. You don't want it to be all the way to high because when the engine heats up, the oil expands. All right, we're finished. Yeah, the first time I did this, it took me a couple hours. That just took me 30 minutes. And since I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and check my coolant level too. It's always my favorite moment when I change my oil is starting the car back up and being like, yeah, I put it back together right. We're just gonna let it run for a minute, make sure nothing's leaking, make sure none of the dashboard lights come on. Everything on the dashboard's fine. That squeaking noise is my tensioner pulley. I need to replace that and the serpentine belt. It's been a while, I've replaced them twice before, it's not very hard. I just need to get the money to do it. So far so good. Nissans have a pretty funny whine. They whine when you rev them, they go, whee! Alright, that's good enough. Nobody wants to maintain things. We live in such a throwaway culture. The United States is such a throwaway culture. We have disposable everything. One of my favorite movies of all time, which should be no surprise to anybody, is Fight Club. And in Fight Club, Tyler Durden, the Brad Pitt's character, talks to, oh man, what's that guy's name? What's that actor's name? His name's gonna come to me. Tyler Durden's character is talking to that other guy. They're on the airplane, and Tyler Durden sells soap, talking about your single-serving friends, your throwaway culture, your disposable this, your disposable that. I feel that, and I see that when I look at the United States, and I look at how our culture has just become a next best thing type of deal, and we don't maintain things anymore. We don't keep things running. We don't fix things. We throw them out when they're broken. We buy new ones. We buy the new model, iPhone X, iPhone 8, iPhone 7. iPhone 5, iPhone 4, all the way back to, anybody have the original iPhone? No. And it's not because they don't work anymore, it's because both Apple has planned their obsolescence and we want the next newest thing. It's Edward Norton! Edward Norton! It was Edward Norton. I'm here at O'Reilly's Auto Parts. O'Reilly's Auto Parts! Ow! That's what the commercial sounds like. If you don't believe me, go look it up. You can recycle your oil and your filters here. That's what I'm gonna do. So, frugality, frugal, living frugally, what does that mean? It means not engaging in excess spending, or really as little spending, as little expense as possible. I don't wanna pay somebody to change my oil. I don't wanna pay somebody to do a job that I can do myself. Why would I do that? Why would I pay somebody to build my own studio desk? Why would I buy a studio desk when I can make one for myself that will be exactly what I need? These are all questions that the frugal mind asks oneself. You know, these are all things that a frugal person thinks about. It's really not hard to live frugally in the United States because there's so much excess out there. That's what I'm saying. I hate the United States for being such a throwaway culture, But as a frugal person, it's a gold mine. I find stuff everywhere that people have just thrown out, and I'm like, why did you do that? You know, this thing works just fine. These clothes are just fine. These clothes fit me just fine. There's no holes in these clothes. There's no reason for me to spend money on things that other people have bought and resold at half the price. And these are things you have to think about if you want to be a successful artist, because when you start making art, when you start putting your stuff out there on the internet, you're not going to make any money, and it's going to go for a while. I'm still barely making money. I mean, I'm making more than I was a year ago, for sure. I've got more patrons now than I used to. I've got more views on YouTube. My ad revenue is actually starting to pay off. I mean, that's all great and good and fine, but when you start, there's a funeral rolling through. Sorry. In the United States, when an elected official or somebody important dies, we have what's called a funeral escort, meaning the police will actually escort everybody who's part of the funeral from one place to the other. So that was what just happened there. That brings up a morbid topic. The reason I live frugally and the reason I maintain my stuff is because I don't want to wait until I have enough money or I have a nest egg saved up, working a job I hate in order to do art. Living frugally and maintaining my things enables me to make art and live, you know, with less expense now as a young person, so that I actually have time to do what I want to do, so that I actually have the energy and motivation to do what I want to do with my art instead of waiting until I'm old. Because here's the thing, one day we're going to die, and I don't know when that day is. There's no guarantee that I'll make it until I'm an old person. There's no guarantee that I'm going to make it until I have enough money saved up that I can do art. So that's the thing, you can't really wait around. I chose not to wait. I chose not to wait around. I'm not waiting until I'm successful in order to do things. I'm not waiting until I'm successful in order to pursue music. I'm doing it now because tomorrow is not guaranteed. I hope you're all enjoying these new vlogs. I know I am. As always, my name is GARDNSOUND. Thank you for watching.